What's up, guys? So we are back trading this TopStep. Yesterday ended up taking 2 extra trades on the silver bullet. Didn't end up streaming them. They went south. We took a Nasdaq long this morning. We're up on that. So the balance were minus like 210 or yeah, 210, 220. And we're just watching the markets now. US 30, I think, is a little more reasonable as far as a setup. We just had a silver bullet. I didn't take it, but we just had a silver bullet on the 1 minute, and it got stopped out. I think we're reaching back. So this blue line here is the weekly gap. This was just from a setup earlier. This is that weekly gap. We talked about this getting filled yesterday. It traded bearish toward it, filled it, bounced around, then came back, and now it's revisiting that zone. I'm trying to see here, what's most likely to happen. Whether we punch back through this gap, then I think we're probably looking bearish. Or if we can hold this gap, or even just tap the low and come back, close back up top, I think we could see some movement in there. Looks like price is wanting to slip. I'm thinking that we at least come back into that London high, 42,854, right there. What's it trying to tell us? 8 to 11 silver bullet on YM. Okay, we just got long on that one. I'll take one order because it's on YM. Stop is going to be, let's see, I took this gap. Oh, not far at all. This is actually the stop right there. It's actually extremely small because it had already punched through. Excuse me, I took the setup anyway. We'll see if it hits. We could take it. We'll take one more and then just set that same stop. Oh, okay. We probably better get out because they keep trying to push lower. I don't want to eat a heavier stop than I have to. Yeah, just let them run through. Tried that second entry at it, but I think that they're going to go bearish. That heavy of a candle right here is that weekly gap. So if they close bearish on this side, I mean, it's not over with, but man, there has been, I don't want to call it random volatility, but the past couple days, man, we have been ranging hard. We're taking out the highs, taking out the lows, really just reaching all around. Oh, technically, I just realized that as well. I forgot that we didn't just have the weekly gap. We had that 4-hour fair value gap that we just filled. So that was probably why we got that sharp reaction, because there was a 4-hour fair value gap literally right here. Let me reframe this. I'm going to frame this off the gap now. That way you could see it. You can see it traded up right to it. That would have been a nice catch there. Good morning. Yeah, the system is wanting me to take this silver bullet here, but with that much bearishness coming into the market, it's kind of like yesterday what happened when we took a loss. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to be a loss. This trade could bounce up, but it's tough when you have this much volatility because it can really start to change the stops. So, like for example, this is a silver bullet setup on the 5 minute. Um, we have a relatively small stop here. Let me just put it at 17. We have a relatively small stop here. Um, but when we have these larger candles, it can create these larger stops in the system. And so we had to be careful of those. That's like I was saying, that's kind of what got our toes stepped on yesterday was I took that, it was actually not just US 30, but a NASDAQ trade that, that was on a pretty wide range day with some pretty really large, not even one directional candles, but just, a lot of back and forth. Yeah, we took it on a small position, just one lot, but I think that mug is going bearish. It's almost tougher to only take silver bullets. I'm kind of tempted to do some other stuff, but we'll stick to the silver bullet and just be patient with it. Oh man, Nasdaq too. Yeah, I think I might just go ahead and shut the old account down for today. I know there's going to be one setup that I might catch, but I doubt that it's going to be right now. They're just, it's not, kind of like yesterday. I'm just saying that the moves are becoming very volatile, and that's not, my strategy this strategy, um, doesn't work as well in these large ranges. We just need like normal traditional days. We don't want to see a ton of running highs and running lows. We really just want to see like trending one directional type stuff. I think once we hit that 4 hour fair value gap, we kind of need like a reset. So they ran the high of this gap, also a 4 hour fair value gap. They ran the low of that and the weekly gap. So I think they're just gathering liquidity. Not sure, like I said, what other trades I would want to take. That one would have been okay, actually. I probably should have taken that on NASDAQ. But I didn't get an alert for it. That one's actually right outside of my system. NASDAQ would already hit TP. Let's see. We just hit a small silver bullet here, but yeah, it looks like it's running. Ooh, they gave one little opportunity. I'll take a short if it gets back into that level. Not looking like it. Yeah, it got real close, real close, but just not quite on that pullback there. I mean, it tapped it right there, but it just made the same high, 388 or 387.75. So it needed just a little bit more. Would have liked that short if this candle literally could have got just right here, just a hair higher. I still like the short in here. It's just at this point the stop loss wouldn't make sense. I'm probably gonna pull back here now. What is YM sending out now? There they go, pulling back again. Here comes the volatility. I think we might try to buy a breakout candle on NASDAQ. If it's going to run, why not let it run? Because, I mean, really, I feel like everyone would be trying to short this. And just snuck right above that high. We do have some SMT, though, in the sense of NASDAQ made this higher high. US 30 did not. I'd like, I don't know. I think everyone's probably going to try to sell this candle. So it's probably going to stop out. Yeah, that one's gotten taken. I want to see if they enter like this range of price now. So that fair value gap got taken. But I want to see if they're willing to pull back. Because we need to pull back into that price range. Oop. Oh, there's a performance thing. Okay. We've been doing too much on the lower time frame. I've been taking too many trades. Yeah, we tried to get NASDAQ on a little breakout. I'm just gonna leave it. It's been a tough 2 days for the silver bullet. Not really tough 2 days. There's been some good setups, but for example, like this is a silver bullet short that we can take. But the stop loss based on the mechanics is all the way up here, which I'm not a big fan of those big stop losses. And then our TP, we had to get all the way back below that gap to TP on a 1-to-1 on that. So with the on a normal day, I might even consider that trade. But like I said, the volatility is hurting us because it's going to reach up. It might tap it, go a little further, tap that high, and then turn all the way back around, come back to the low. I mean, that's trading in general, right? You never know what's really going to happen. But I'm just saying it makes it more problematic when you have these type of environments. So like, for example, if we took this short in an example where there's a lot of volatility, what they're going to do is, like I just said, want to run up there. Now, another example of exactly what I'm talking about is the long that we just ignored. I think we took one in here, but stop was very small. But to get to a 1-to-1, it was also very small. So we took the trade. Now, on that one, probability just wasn't on our side. It ran the wrong direction, stopped us out, and then what happened? Reached right back. So that's what I was saying. It's just more problematic because it's when we create these ranges, it's not good for this style of trading. But we're going to stick with it. I don't think that they'll be ranging too much longer. Maybe a couple days next week. But after that, I think that they're probably pretty much done. Yeah, these things are just running. I mean, if we weren't trading the silver bullet system, I think that we could do a little bit more with getting in and out of those trades. Yeah, NASDAQ, I figured everyone would be shorting this, so it was going to break out. It just ran up right up. Again, the scalps are just kind of hurting us right now because of the volatility. Stop was right above that high. It barely nicked us out and then went back down. We might even see a further rally in this. NASDAQ looks pretty ready to go. And we just rated the low December. Yeah, it looks like. Not quite the low of December, but we got pretty much right on top of the low. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I will catch y'all in the next episode. We can trade some more silver.